April Studios. This is Plugged In.
What is going on?
Hello, hello, hello.
She's over here jamming out. The intro starts and I can hear it, and I'm looking around and I'm telling her to turn it off, and she does, and then she turns it back on, and I am on Tracy's butt. I'm all over Tracy.
Oh, y'all may be in first place. You may be in second place, but in reality,
I'll tell you what. Well, first of all, I want to give Tracy a big shout out right now. Yay! Give her some claps.
do this, Tracy.
I've had numerous people contact me and ask me, "Who's Tracy? And how is she this great basketball?"
Predictor?
Yeah, this basketball whisperer. And I'm like, well, she's just somebody in our chat that's been there forever, and she's, matter of fact, April had to help her set up her account. So either she's copied somebody's bracket really well, or she is a good guesser.
Tracy, I want to know, did you just randomly
Did you
pick?
randomly pick them, or did you do some research? Did you have somebody help?
Yeah, what did you do?
She says, I just picked bubbles. I have no idea. Well, you picked the damn good ones.
Well, you did way better than Sean or Hank.
So I had, who all asked me this? Judd
Our daughter
asked
called
me.
us
Oh, yeah,
today.
and our youngest daughter called and goes, "Who's Tracy?"
Why is she doing so
She's
totally random?
kicking all of y'all's butt. Well, good job.
You did good, Tracy. So, Tracy, you are in first place currently. But the best part about all this is if you go and you kind of scroll over, you're going to see potential points. And you have the highest potential points left to earn out of everybody. And then I have the second
Yep.
most. I'm 10
I'm
points
looking at it.
behind you. So the game that is playing right now, Tracy, which is the Clemson and Baylor game, is going to set you and I apart because she's echoing really bad. And I say that
hang on.
because I have
Is that better?
Clemson and you, Tracy, and most everybody has Baylor. So if Clemson pulls this out, it's going to look good. She says she truly doesn't understand it.
Well, she's truly doing a great job.
Welcome in, Sean S. Hank says it's better.
Okay.
Perfect.
All right.
Good deal, good deal.
So it looks like right now, so what
us
we've
in.
gotten so far, that's awesome and everything. But right now, Tracy is truly in the lead with max points. Well, here, let's just share this thing.
This is awesome.
It's awesome that somebody that has no idea what they're doing is kicking everybody's butt.
I like it that way.
I do
She
too.
just comes in and picks it all up.
So
Whoa.
right here, your max points, Tracy is just stomping everybody. Then
1780.
April.
And then I have
And
1770.
then Judd and Deanna.
Deanna's looking good
Yep.
too.
Yep.
Absolutely. Sean S. with a $1.99 super chat. I'm in last place. Yahoo.
Well, it says right here, Sean for the loss.
Yeah, you named your bracket right. That's for
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
And so far, only one person, which is Zach, has his overall winning pick out of the end.
Old Zach
He's out of the tournament.
picked Oregon. He's not out. He just hasn't.
Yeah, but his team to win it all is out. Yeah.
He only has 680 predicted points. He's actually in worse shape than Sean. So.
Yeah, I see that. You know what's interesting is look how many people chose UConn
Oh,
as
yeah.
their overall team to win.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Remember last year I was like the
you,
only one?
Yeah, Sister Yoshi, Pop.
Yeah.
Brother, is that Brother Yoshi as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won last year. So
Hank.
they're the new hot
The new hot pick?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yours truly over here chose Marquette, which is looking really good so far.
It's looking good.
Yeah.
You're not looking bad. So I hope everybody's having fun with this, even though Tracy has no idea what's going on.
I think, Tracy, you did good.
I think you're doing
Just
amazing.
the bubbling pick is all you do, right? That's what
Yeah,
we were
well, that's
telling
all you got to do. You just
Yeah, we
you know,
said just you don't
this
really
is-
have to know how to play.
This is all luck, because there's the first day I had like 3 or 4 teams just automatically out that I had going, and Kentucky went out.
Yeah,
And
that kind of hurt everybody.
the team that beat Kentucky was nobody. So,
Yep.
and it's jelly bean season. I love jelly beans.
Yes, we went to the store today,
Uh-huh.
and you were quite excited to find the jelly beans,
It's
right?
jelly bean season.
So candy corn is at Halloween,
Yeah.
and you get the jelly beans right now for Easter. So
I'm gonna buy them out here in the next couple days.
I know you will. You've done that in the past. You've gone and gotten them all. Mm-hmm. Right. So anyway, so I hope everybody had a really good week. I had an interesting week.
Oh yeah, you're back, by the way.
I am back.
Welcome back.
I am back. I am tired as all get out.
All get out.
We ran like no other during the entire week. We came home. I slept a couple of hours. Good morning. Good evening, Brian. Welcome
Hey,
in.
Brian.
Welcome in. And then we got up yesterday morning at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
and we worked until 4 p.m. on the house. We got a lot done
Uh-huh.
on the farmhouse. Welcome back, April. Thank you, Judd, and welcome in. Welcome in.
Yeah.
Look at that. Everybody say hi to Judd. He's usually a lurker. Today he's going to participate in the chat. That's
Look,
awesome.
Brian, Judd's here.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for joining us. And then we got up this morning at 6 and started all over again. But this time we were working on our house, right?
Yeah.
But
Well, go ahead.
no, go right ahead.
Well, we got the camper out of here.
Yeah.
So we started packing up the garage, and boy,
Now we have lots of room.
that camper was a experience in itself,
Yeah.
moving that thing.
Yeah.
We built that thing from scratch in the garage. We've driven it from our old house to this house, and yesterday was like its maiden voyage. We had it all buttoned up and the doors on it and ready to go. And I got up and all the lights were on it. I plugged it all in and it looked really cool. April's out there filming it, driving around the cul-de-sac, and we're getting ready to take it out there and we're going to film and do all the things for the other channel. And we got out on the highway and that thing started swaying and dancing, and
It was scary.
I thought we were going to just flip over. The trailer was back there doing this, which then made the truck do this. It's really heavy in the back because of all the kitchen and whatnot. And so we're going to have to rectify that. We had to bring it back home.
Yeah, we had to turn around and come back home.
We put some air in the tires, and then we had to take a back road out to the farm, and we couldn't. I think we could get up to 55.
Yeah, it was still a little.
At 55, the
it
shake was a little
starting
manageable.
to do it, yeah.
And then I didn't have license plates on this thing, and when we're going through these little towns on the way out there, April's like, I'm kind of afraid to go out there. There's lots of cops. I'm like, it'll be okay.
Sure it will.
Sure as heck. We pass 2 cops sitting there, and as we pull into a parking lot, and we act like we're looking at it, hoping they're going to leave, and they don't. So I'm like, well, whatever. So we go by them, and the one has his blinker on to go left. As soon as we go by, he turns right. I'm like, it's over. So
But
we pull over, and he just drives right on past us.
But where did you pull over at?
Well, right in front of the police
Yeah,
department.
you pulled over in front of the police department. I was like, you're pulling in the parking lot of the police department. You're like, oh no, let's keep going.
So we kept going, and we went down the road, and there he was sitting, and I'm like, oh no. So
Yeah.
I pulled into this other parking lot, and sure as heck, it was one way in and one way out, and there was cars everywhere. And we had gotten ourselves into a situation that I could not get that camper turned around, and so we had to unhitch the camper, flip it around, move the truck, back the truck back up to it, and oh, it was just. But we got it out there.
Yeah, we did. Mr. Fulton Martin Mraz is in. Hello, Mike and April. I have big news today. I've made it in the top 5. Now I need more votes to get me into first place for the karaoke knockout. Nice, and congratulations. Well, we'll keep voting for you.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at this. You got Douche is coming in.
What is up, douche?
And Rosemary is in as well. That's awesome. Welcome in. You know what I worry? Is anybody seeing Gary Smith and other people's lives?
No, I need to. Well, I haven't seen him. I need to. We need
to reach out.
I need to email.
Yeah,
him.
we need to reach out because he was sick and he was in and out of the hospital with pneumonia. And I'm just wondering, have you guys seen him?
Wait.
Little Dutchie.
It's a little Dutchie.
Yes, Little Dutchie is in.
Sherry Milner's here.
Welcome in, Sherry.
I haven't seen the little Dutchie in quite a while.
Tracy says she has seen him in other chats. Okay, good.
Okay, so that's good.
Whew,
He just doesn't like us. He's alive, but he just doesn't like us anymore.
You probably hurt his feelings.
I don't think you can hurt Gary's feelings.
Yeah, I think so.
I think he has a better chance of hurting my feelings.
Oh, yeah.
No, probably not.
Yeah, Scott's not in either. Scared him away.
Oh, wow.
REN Slots is here, says, I am listening.
What is happening?
Thank you for listening to us. Yeah, so.
Are you going to talk about your trip at all?
Yeah, I'll talk about my trip and get some feedback of what you guys would have done in this situation.
April got beat up. April got her ass kicked.
I got assaulted on the airplane.
On an airplane.
Okay.
You thought she was just going to go for business. No. She's MMAing.
So seriously, I did. I got assaulted on the airplane. But I have to tell y'all, and you need to understand this. And I want to know honestly what you guys would do.
You know what I would do.
I know what
I'd be
you
in
would
prison
do.
right now.
But okay, I got assaulted on the plane. And before I tell you the situation, because it may or may not persuade you into what you would do, remind you guys, I am on a business trip. I am on the clock. The company has paid for everything, and I don't fight back. Like, I don't defend. I know, Rosemary. Yes, dudes, you did tell me what you would do. I don't fight back because I am worried that I'm going to get in trouble with my work, right? So I don't do anything about this until the end of the flight. Finally, I report her. And we'll tell you what happened.
Yeah,
let's get into it. But I want y'all to think about what would you do because I am on business travel.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair?
Yeah, that's
all
fair.
right. So just let's remember this is business, not personal, not vacation, whatever.
And we need you to be employed.
So you dropped me off the airport 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
My flight is delayed by 3.5 hours. You were home almost ready to go to bed before I am eating off the tarmac, right?
Right.
We get on the plane. It is a fully packed plane. People are agitated, obviously, because we've been sitting at the airport for 3.5 hours later than we should have. Sherry says, kick her butt. I was on multiple business trips. There you go. And so the lady sitting behind me, I reclined my seat because at this point I'm tired.
You ass.
Huh?
You reclined your seat.
Yes. So I reclined my seat. She was not happy about that. I told her I had paid for the seat.
Hey,
I
Gracie.
say company, but this was my seat. It was paid for, so I reclined my chair. She didn't like that much. She kept complaining to me, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll compromise. So I brought my chair up about halfway. Okay. So the flight goes on, and throughout the flight, she's kneeing me in the back. She's kneeing me in the back, and I'm just getting very agitated. There's a baby in the row in front of me who is just screaming and crying. I'm sure they're tired by now. She's getting very vocal about the baby in front of me crying. The lady beside me is just like rolling her eyes. I mean, it was just, this lady was beyond. And I'm going to tell you, she was probably in her mid-60s. And she was very loud, and she was from New York, so she was going home. That was her destination, okay? I'm not saying things, but New Yorkers are usually kind of loud, right? Just like I would think, in my experience. So as we're getting ready to descend and come back in, and we're landing in Buffalo, the pilot makes his announcement, and she gets up to go to the bathroom. And when she gets up to go to the bathroom, she takes the back of my hair, wraps it around her head, and her hand and yanks my head. So I go back like this, and I hit the thing, and there's a lady sitting next to me, and I hit her, and she gets up, and we're all like, what the hell are you doing? She's like, I didn't do that on purpose. I didn't do that on purpose. And we were like, sure you did. Sure you did. So being on a business trip, I didn't do anything. The flight landed after, we got deplaned, and I then let them know. So they took down all of her information, and they blacklisted her where she can't fly on American Airlines anymore.
Her and Raymond Reddington.
Right? So I just curious, because I was on a business trip. So as we're deplaning, she's telling the lady next, who's sitting next to her, this is just how crappy this lady was. She's like telling her, you need to stand up and let me out in the aisle. And the lady that's sitting in the aisle was like, no, ma'am, there's a process. We'll need to wait until it's our turn to get off the plane. And she acts like she's going to go over her, and she pretty much puts her in her place and says, if you come over me, it's going to be the last thing you do. So she just stands back in her little spot. Okay, so we get off the plane. I talked to the flight attendants, and I talked to the gate security guy, and they take down all of her information, and they blacklist her. Okay, so we get on the day, it's a crappy day. We get down to get the car rental. There's no cars because our flight is now delayed. It's 1:30 in the morning. Hertz is getting ready to close, right? There's no cars to be had. We had to wait like 30 minutes, almost 40 minutes for them to bring us around a car. So we finally get a car. We get in it. It's not like we're pulling away, and it keeps dying on us. So we have to bring it back. We have to wait for then another car. I mean, this trip, if I could tell you, was absolutely from start to finish crap. Absolute crap the entire time. April, your Purdue team whipped butt today. Yes, they did, pop. F-bombs would have been said loud. Easy prey. I would have kicked her butt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, you're right. You are on a business trip, and if you.
What if I got blacklisted?
If you got blacklisted, then you'd, I would have had to try to figure. Well, you just would have gone on a different plane.
Flew on Delta.
But
another airline.
Also, part of your job is traveling.
So
I get it. And I've been in situations on business trips where, it's like, if I fight this guy, I'm not going to be able to go home. Now, he was my boss at the time, and he had gotten out of control. So I wasn't quite sure how I was getting home because I didn't have, it was early in my career. I didn't have any money to be buying plane tickets. So I get what you're saying.
I just, I didn't want.
But you're not a fighter. You've never been in a fight.
I was. So every time I travel, I do have business gear that I have to carry, and it is all over. Like my jacket says Daimler on it. My backpack. I mean, everything has the name on it everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So I was wearing business attire. So then the next day we get up, we go to the attorney's office, and we're talking, and my coworker has a meeting with her team. And she mentioned what had happened on the plane to me, to her team. And I hadn't told my boss yet, right? Because I hadn't talked to him. We usually catch up later on in the afternoon. So now all of a sudden I'm panicking because, people talk. And I didn't want people to start talking and my boss not know what happened. So the next thing I know, I am now back at the hotel. And I'm having to have a conference call, a Zoom meeting with HR. With our head of security, right? And I'm having to explain to them everything that happened. And they're like, well, what did you do? And I'm like, I didn't do anything. I just reported it. And they're like, next time, defend yourself, right? They said it would be okay to fight back.
Yeah. So now you've got
now
open season.
I know, but I just opened the escape hatch door. I could have. It was the emergency seat, or I was one row behind the emergency seat. That's true. Yeah. Wear jeans and a T-shirt next time. See, Rosemary, I avoid confrontation and just tell myself they're the buttholes. I agree with you, right? But
Little Dutchie said you handled yourself beautifully.
Well, I appreciate that. I didn't know what to do. And honestly, I've never been in a fight before. So if that wasn't a business trip, I'm not sure. I probably would have had some choice words with her, but I don't think I would have gotten into a physical altercation.
No.
Right? That's just not who I am. I don't like confrontation. That's just, I don't know. But here I am calling you, telling you what happened. I'm like, I need to learn how to punch. We need a punching bag. I got to learn how to do all this stuff, right?
Brian knows what I would have done.
Yep.
Brian knows me very well.
Linda says I handled myself. Thank you.
Brian knows I would have probably made a new exit hole in the side of that plane with that lady's head.
It was terrible, and she did it on purpose. There's no way
Of course
she
she
couldn't have,
did.
because she literally had it wrapped around her hand. So
Sherry, the problem is, and like I've told April, I could teach her how to fight. But I can't teach her how to have that holy shoot.
What?
There he is. Hang on. Let me just hold that thought.
Oh, Gary Smith, yay, thank goodness you're alive.
April
worried
thought maybe
about
you died or something.
You've been in and out of the hospital. You had pneumonia. And the last 2 weeks, I'm here asking everybody if they've seen you in anybody else's chat. So I'm glad you're here.
So we just thought that maybe you didn't like us anymore.
It's fun, April. Next time, put X's on both of her eyes.
Now, I can teach her how to throw punches. I can teach her how to fight, but I can't teach her how to fight. You have to have that.
Is it like a mean vibe or mean bone you have in your body? Because I'm thinking flight or die at some point.
So
it'll kick in.
here's, and you've seen me mad. You're one of the few people that have seen me super mad, and it's like a light switch goes off, and I don't remember. I mean, if I'm getting in a fight, probably won't remember what happened afterwards. It's just one of those things.
Black out and go.
Oh yeah, I mean it's the rage, and you don't have that, and so, I mean the only way that this would work, going out back and teaching you how to throw a few punches isn't going to help you at all. If you wanted to learn how to fight, probably going and taking some martial arts classes, some boxing classes, whatnot, to where you know how to strategically fight, to where it's more in lines of not really going out and starting fights, but defending yourself. That would probably work. But me telling you how to, you don't have it in you, and that's not a bad thing.
Right, and I don't have it in me, right? But I might have, because I was really hurt. But putting everything aside, what I found was when I was sitting Tuesday night in my hotel room, and after I had to talk to HR and head of security, and they're like, "Do you want any compensation from American Airlines?" I'm like, "No, it wasn't their fault. It's not like it was the flight attendant." They're like, "Are you sure? And do you not want this? Or what do you need for us? Do you need counseling? Would you like to talk to somebody?" And then when I got off these conference calls with them, I was more embarrassed than anything.
Yeah, well,
Like my pride, because now people at work know
people
what
know
happened.
you got punked.
Right. And so now it's kind of like, oh, she's an easy target. And I'm not saying that I am, but
Welcome
I
in,
literally was
James.
laying in bed Tuesday night thinking to myself, this is embarrassing. Like I'm having flashbacks to being in high school where you're bullied and you don't know what to do and it's embarrassing. That's kind of how I felt, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you did. You got punked, and you allowed her to do it. You didn't. When she went to the bathroom, you should have called the stewardess and.
I should have, but I just didn't want to make a big scene, right? And
Yeah.
I'm on company time.
Yeah. I got you.
I don't know. I don't know. Looking back, I think I handled it well.
What were you gonna do? Grab a tray and start beating her with it? I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
it was-
I take the thing off from around my neck and start smacking her with it, maybe? Yeah. I don't know. I have no. April, no, don't be embarrassed. No, honey, you handled yourself so well, sweetheart. It was the rotten, you know what? Oh my gosh, it is. I'm going to be honest with you. I was truly, truly embarrassed, and I go back to work tomorrow for the first time, right? Because I've been traveling all week long, and I'm sure people are going to bring it up because people are going to know now because it was mentioned, I don't think she did it intentionally because she was just, talking with her team about how our travels were because they always ask us when we talk to them.
Gary says he's not afraid to go to jail.
He's not afraid to go back to jail.
Oh, back to jail.
You left
Yeah.
back out.
Oh.
So,
I'm not afraid to die. That's worse than anything else.
If you're not, yeah.
If we're going down, we're going down. But also I've learned over the years to choose my battles. Because there's some guys, I don't remember who it was that we were talking about the other day, and I'm like, I'm not fighting that guy. He looks like his life has beat him every day of his life. And I'm sure he gets in lots of fights.
This lady looked really rough. I'm not going to lie.
And that's probably not somebody you want to fight.
Yeah.
So that guy that I almost got into it, that bumped into you at Walmart that day, had no fear of that guy whooping my butt.
Yeah.
But then we've seen some other shitbags that it's like, man, that guy's life's kicked him in the ass every day. I'm sure he knows how to fight.
He's probably got some tension built up, right?
I'm sure it would be a good fight, but I don't want to fight somebody who does this for a living.
Yeah. So anyways, so I'll just kind of keep going on my trip, but I just wanted to ask you guys what you would have done. And I'm not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. I feel like a high school student.
Everybody's going to be like, ha ha.
I feel like they will.
Pointing
especially
and
those
whistling.
that don't like me. I think that they're going to be like, it's like high school. Sometimes people are going to spread rumors.
You do realize that people can see this on the internet, so
I know.
don't give them any ammo.
I
All
know.
your bullies at work.
I know.
Your work bullies.
You're right. I am not embarrassed. It happened, and I take ownership, even though I didn't do anything.
Yeah. Hey, doing nothing,
Well,
sometimes.
since then I've learned how to do the karate chop, so you better not talk shit.
Yeah.
Oops, I
Sometimes
cussed.
saying nothing is more powerful than saying a handful of words
There you go.
or something like
Whatever.
that. That sounds really
So
poetic.
let's go on because the trip gets interesting. So we get to Hertz, we get the second car. By the time we get the third car, because yes, we've had to take these back for malfunctions and whatever else. They bring me a car. In this time it's a minivan, and it has not been cleaned out. It is all trash. There are snot rags in the van. It is disgusting. They have nothing else to offer us other than the two broken down vehicles, right? So they're like, don't worry, just take this. We'll give you $50. You can take it and you can get it detailed tomorrow. And then we will reimburse you the cost. And I'm like, I don't have time for this crap.
Just take it and have the oil change, have
I
it detailed.
Yeah, I mean, like I have time to get something detailed, right?
On
I'm
your-
in town for 48
business.
hours on this one, in this particular segment of it. So whatever, I take the car, we do our thing. We're heading back to Buffalo. Because now we're going to fly from Buffalo to LaGuardia. As we're headed to the airport, we get notification that our flight is delayed, which means we're now not going to make our connection flight in LaGuardia, right? So I'm like, great. So what do we decide to do? We go back to Hertz, and we're like, okay, we have to go to Albany, so we'll drive. It's 4 hours. It's probably better than even doing the connection to begin with. So we decide we're going to drive. So we go back to Hertz. We get another car. Sure enough, they put us in another car. It is filthy. It's trash. They didn't even wash it yet. So we go and we complain again. They give us a brand new car. They
Boy, you're
just rode off the
complaining a
lot.
lot on this
I
trip.
know. They finally give us a car. We are driving to Albany past, he's not in here, Scott Nightengale's casino. We're driving along. All of a sudden, blizzard. Just snow is just piling up. It is snowing so much. You can't see anything. We can't see the road. We can't see in front of us. I'm talking to you. You're watching us. We're going 20 miles an hour on the freeway.
You mean like this?
Yes.
This is actual footage of April's journey.
And it is so bad that you can see the road in this point of it, but I think what I sent you is different. There was a point, it was coming down so hard, it was piling up so quickly that we finally decided, hey, let's pull over. And you're texted me going, don't pull over here. You're on the bridge. You need to keep going.
What are you thinking?
Right? Because we can't see. I can't see if we're in mountains. I can't see where we are. You cannot see anything around you. So anyways, we do pull over. And I'm going to tell you, truckers, they are the nicest people on the road.
Not all of them, but the one you encountered was.
I think the one that we encountered was because he actually flashed his lights, he pulled in front of us, and then he slowed down to almost a complete stop, and then you could see his brake lights were flashing. So I'm like, I think he wants us to get in behind him, and we were right. So we pull in behind him, and he leads us through the rest of the way. It was probably 30 minutes worth of snow. But I really think he saved our lives because we would have been on the side of the road, right? And after a while, I'm imagining the snow's going to pile up and we're not going to be able to get out of there. Or we're sitting ducks, like you kept telling me, quit.
Yeah,
You can't just pull on the side of the highway because if you can't see, they can't see.
They can't see you. Yeah.
Right. So kudos to this truck driver who let us pull in, right, and be behind him because we finally made it. And it was almost 6-hour drive. It was supposed to be 4 hours, but whatever. And then
SSK Productions is in.
I can't see the chat, and I'm afraid to move it.
Really?
Well, because every time I do, the speaker comes on. Let me try
That's
again.
weird.
Here we go. So I apologize if I haven't been able to see all of your Milk It April. Tell them you need a Starbucks and a cinnamon to help you be calm. Welcome in SSK. Pop's here as well. Yeah, so then the rest of the trip was fairly decent. We had, huh?
Gary Smith.
It was the ex-husband of the woman who wanted to fight you.
He's like, come on, I will help you. Follow me.
Yeah. Yeah, so then we were in Albany. Beautiful. Upstate New York is just absolutely
Yeah, you've convinced me.
beautiful.
I want to go check it out.
Yeah, it was beautiful. I'm pretty sure I passed Scott Nightengale's apartment because he kind of has described to us where he lives.
Yeah, I need to talk to
So
him.
we need to talk to him because I think I saw his apartment when we were driving because it was very detailed as to what he has said in the past in the chat.
Yeah.
Just beautiful.
Should have gone and knocked on the door.
This is like Albany is old town history. Like, I mean, it was just beautiful. We went to this wonderful restaurant that was like you had to be a club. It was one of the attorneys we were visiting there took us to lunch at. I cannot remember. It was Blossoms or something. Orange Blossoms, Orange Orchid, Orange. I can't remember. But
Something like that.
It was absolutely amazing. But everywhere we went in New York, we went to Lockport, we went to Rockport, Albany, Buffalo. It was just gorgeous. But the entire time we were there, it snowed. Not like the heavy snow when we were driving, but every day, all day long, it snowed. I was so happy to get home to Texas.
Well, and it's been snowing ever since
I
you left too,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, I was glad to get home. I was tired, right? I had to get up at 2:30 our time, which was 3:30 in, Eastern time, but it was 2:30 here in Texas. So I got up and got ready, went to the airport. I came home, you took me to breakfast, and I slept. Guys, I slept for like 4 or 5 hours because I hadn't slept the whole trip. We were traveling so much, right? Driving after appointments. It was
But
absolutely...
I will give it to you. I'm very proud of you. You took your nap, and then you got up, and you watched some of the games with me, and you were up at 4:30 yesterday morning. 4 o'clock on Saturday to get the camper ready and so we could move it, and then you put in a day's worth of work out there. I mean, we ripped
tell them what we did. It
two
was
walls
awesome.
of drywall down. Found some termite damage, and then some. I guess we had it was where the roof line meets one of the expansions that they put on the house. And apparently they had a leak there, so there's some wood rot, and so we ripped all the drywall down, and so we're going to have to replace some wood next weekend, and then put up the drywall. So, yeah.
It was a lot. We did a lot.
We did a lot of work.
And you were even kind enough after we got the camper there and got it parked and put it in the shop. You're like, okay, well, we can go home, right? And
Yeah,
I'm like,
well-
no, we're here. We might as well keep going.
Well,
Which
and
I
that's
appreciate, but I know we're limited on time.
that's the inevitability of it
Yeah.
all, isn't it? Is that we are on a limited schedule. It's coming, and we have to have a place to put all this stuff from here.
Yeah, we do. We got to get moving,
So-
right? I think, I'm going to take off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? So Wednesday is the anniversary of my dad passing. So the
Oh.
girls and I are going to breakfast, and then we're going to celebrate him. So I took all day Wednesday off, and then Thursday and Friday, I'm going to pack the house up. I'm going to work on some things around here, to get things moving along a little bit. I mean, I have 120 hours of vacation to use in the next 6 weeks. It's not going to happen. It's definitely not going to happen. So April, next time when confronted, tell her, I will clean you like a camper and slam you like you were drywall.
Heck yeah.
There's our Gary. He's back. He's back, guys.
Heck yeah.
I can do those things, right?
Yeah.
I was actually really proud of myself.
You're a hard worker, man. And luckily we didn't film the moving of the camper because then everything just went. We were so cautious of not dying that we forgot to film anything. We even put the camper up into the shop, and then once we were at the house, I'm like, oh, I forgot to film all that.
Yeah.
But we did film us tearing the walls down.
That was fun.
Well, yeah, you legally get to punch stuff and hammer,
really
break a wall.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this is the one time I can like put a hole in sheetrock. Let's go for it, right?
Yeah.
I had that hammer and just a swing in it. It was
Yeah,
fun.
you were just a swinging. Yeah, so you worked your butt off yesterday, and I appreciate that, and
then I had to motivate you today, right?
Yeah, I didn't want to do anything today. I wanted to
sit
on the
You wanted to watch March Madness and enjoy the day, and I'm like, babe, we got to get moving. Like literally and figuratively, we got to get moving.
Well, and that's the thing is that the whole time you were gone, that's all I did was work on the camper.
Yeah, to get it ready to move.
Yeah, I didn't. Luckily, the house wasn't trashed when you got home because I was never in here. I was always out in the garage.
Were you even home is the question.
You've got a tracker on me. You can tell where I am.
Yeah. I never check it, but yeah.
Yeah.
But we got up today. We got a lot done in the garage. We got everything off of the wall. We got two big 50-gallon things packed and ready to go. Mm-hmm. We're going to go out Friday night and hang up the pegboard. So we can unpack two of these two things that we packed today, and we'll just kind of rotate it and do shift work like that.
Yeah, then we'll bring the trailer back and then take a load out Saturday when we go. And
yeah. So that'll be good. So it was an interesting week, and I'm glad to be home. I don't have to travel until May because the auditors are all coming to me. For the next 4 weeks, which will be great. I don't have to go out until we'll go back out in May. Wait, is this the famous camper you have building on for 5 years? It's been 4, yes.
Has it been 4?
2019.
Oh, geez. That's
I guess that is 20, 21, 22, 23. Yeah, I got to count on my fingers again. That's 5 years. You're right. Okay, Gary gets a duck. He guessed it right.
Has it really been?
Well, yeah,
long?
but if you remember, COVID hit, right? And then we couldn't go buy stuff, and then you couldn't find wood, right? To build on it. I mean, we kept running into issues and problems.
The COVID camper, as Brian calls it. Yeah.
Yes, it was, but it's so rewarding.
It was funny.
Pussycat.
Because when we first, I looked for campers to just buy, and we had just you had just started your new job, or you hadn't even started your new job yet, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, I didn't want to spend $30,000 on a new camper. We didn't have that kind of money, and so what could we get for $5,000? And if we had to put a little bit of time into it, we could. And then COVID hit, and the price of it just doubled.
Yeah, everything.
Because all the wood just, you could get a sheet of plywood for $20, and it went up to $50. So our cost, what's going on?
Scott Nightengale says, I'm popping in for a moment. I'm working the storm. Can't watch too long. Okay, Scott, come back next Sunday so we can talk. I saw your apartment. Kissy Cat is in. And then Gary says, okay, auditors are coming to see you, and you're counting on your fingers. You may have to defend yourself again. And then Douche says, do you have a stripper pole?
I can make a stripper pole.
Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, our RV does not have a stripper pole. That would be fun, though.
Yeah.
But yes, you're right. I mean, everything just doubled, tripled in prices. Yeah. Couldn't get the material.
So Scott's still here. It looks like April actually saw where you live. From what you've described,
yeah,
she thinks you don't remember the town.
I don't remember.
But what did you say was next in that same building or whatever?
Yeah, so it was apartment buildings, maybe 2 or 3 floors, right? On the bottom floor, I believe there was a florist. There was a pizza and like a pizza place and a boutique type of thing. Now, we're driving by, I can't even remember. think we were on our way to Rockport or Lockport. I cannot remember which one. And it might have been in Amherst. And I was like, how many places could there possibly be, and maybe I'm wrong, that have this, because I thought you said you lived in a smaller town. And this building, you know, I don't know, it had enough to have maybe 3 storefronts on the bottom of it. And I know the pizza place was in the middle of it.
Negative.
Negative.
Scott says.
Was not him. Okay. So it's a good thing I didn't go knocking on the doors looking for you, Scott.
Where's Scott? Where's Scott? Where's Scott? Kissy Cat says Mike can build anything.
Yes, you can. That is true. Make a stripper pole with 2x4s.
Oh.
Did not work out well. Lots of splinters.
Yeah. You know, we made the bread box
Yeah,
with
we did.
the rolling door in it. If there's a lot of times I'll see something and go, I want to try that. That was the whole camper. I want to see if I can do this, and I may never build another one again in my life. I can almost guarantee I'll never build another one. But
Yeah, this one's been fun.
it's just to see if we can do it. Well, you know what? Honestly, screwed the camper was this right here.
Yeah, the
YouTube.
YouTube.
We went and got married, and then we were close to being done with that thing. And I mean, if we would have stayed like we were doing, but we started doing the YouTube, and we were going to Vegas, and we really don't need any money for it. We pretty much have everything for the camper we need.
Yeah, I'm staring at it.
There's a lot of it in here. It was just the YouTube and learning how to do the editing, and we were just constantly working on the channel, and that it just kind of got put to the side. And then when we weren't working on the channel, we just didn't go out and work on it. That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah, I mean, it is. So I'm excited because we just need to do the outside of it.
Yeah, we're done.
Put the water tanks on underneath and figure out how to make it heavier in the front, and we're good to go. We do have the diamond plate, so you can add the diamond plate on the front
Sure.
to give it the weight that it needs, right?
Sure.
So, but it's been, it's been around. I can't wait until we can actually have it out and actually be able to utilize it, right?
It's coming.
And I think it is.
The biggest thing that's gonna kind of screw us over is the fact that we have so much to do on the farm to make it to where how we're living right now will be it will be equal to where all the drywall's done, the paint's done. What are you doing over there? Are you cutting heroin lines or something?
64-61 Clemson with 2 minutes left.
Oh, well, I've got it right here.
Oh, time to go Sam Squatch hunting. Yes, it is.
Yes,
It is. It is.
Yes, we need to do a walk around that thing. I wish it was still here. We could do a live out there and walk around the thing.
Well, they got to see a little bit of it in our bloopers.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it
in
was
that
just sitting
intro
there,
or
but
outro
like all the
photo,
intricate
too.
stuff. I mean, we've got hiding spots in there for the pistolas.
Yeah, you did. I forgot about that. You made little compartments. You did it so well, I forgot that they even existed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, and it's all on like spring-loaded doors to where you hit it and then it pops out,
Yep.
kind of like one of those secret compartments. We've got TV, big stereo system in it. It's pretty cool.
So now we have to name her. We need to name the camper.
Maybe we'll have a Name That Camper campaign on the Plugged In show.
Yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Mm-hmm. Kissy Cat wants to know, how's your dad with YouTube now?
He's cool with YouTube. I
Don't
guess.
tell you can't tell where you're hiding your gun.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not going to tell you. There
we have
is
the
a spot.
Fushi monster.
What the heck's a Fushi
Come
monster?
to Arkansas. We have the
Didn't we
Fushi
see that?
monster. Actually, it's my first one.
Didn't we see something about that on like Expedition X or something?
Maybe. Arkansas. Okay, so you're not too far from Hank there. I forgot about the Fushi monster, Gary. How do you say that? Fauci? Mm-hmm. Is that where that Fauci guy, Mr.
Yeah,
COVID guy, is
he
from? Is that is that what they're referring to?
No, I think there's actually it's
Really?
kind of
Okay,
a
we'll
big
have to Google it
Bigfoot
later.
type thing. Yeah.
We'll have to Google that later and see.
Dad's cool with YouTube.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, he was, when we were up there, he was like, just, if I'm getting in your shot, let me know.
Oh, that's right. Because he
yeah.
was definitely like, I understand this is YouTube gold, right?
Yeah.
The stuff we have for the other channel is going to be phenomenal. So
Yeah.
we'll have to.
It's just hard. We actually need somebody to. I wish I had an intern. I need an intern to come and shoot for us because it's really hard to film and try to get anything done and not have it be a 2-hour job turn into an 8-hour job because we're filming all the different angles.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard.
It is. It is. Did you get a will so Dad's new wife doesn't get the farm?
There's
There's a trust.
there's a trust.
Yes, there is a trust setup. Kissy cat, you're funny. I think she's just joking around, but that's
Well, I think she
hilarious. Very funny. Yeah, so we got all that done. We rock and roll. I'm gonna work Monday and Tuesday, and then out Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Much needed time off.
Wow, look at you.
I know. I'm gonna get a lot done.
I need to take some time off. I just don't have.
You need to wait though until we get.
I don't have the time off that you have.
No, I have 122 hours to use in the next 8 weeks before my anniversary date, and I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be able to use it. I know there's no way. Not with the auditors being here for the whole month of April.
Right.
I
just don't know how they give you guys that much time off. It would almost seem
It
like
was kind of an incentive when the merger of the original company happened. It was an incentive for me to come over, right? I got to keep my stuff and bring it with me. Where people who've been hired on since then, like our daughter, it's not the same for them, right? You have 400 to 500 kids between the two of you. Won't one of them be an intern?
no. You know what? They don't come and watch this. They don't. One of them is in the March Madness stuff with us, and they don't even know who Tracy is because they
They don't come in here.
they have. We tell them about the YouTube stuff, and we did this, and they're just like, oh, okay. They could care less. Maybe if we were doing it on TikTok, they'd be excited. But I think they think that we're too old to be doing this stuff or something.
Maybe, right? Cannon comes in every now and then. Yes, today is Palm Sunday. That's right, Mr. Fulton Moraz.
Yeah.
Never lose your vacation time. I know, Tracy, and I can roll over one week, which is 40 hours, but I get 8 weeks of vacation in June, and I can't even use the 8 weeks. So now if I had the 9 weeks, plus I get a whole week of floating holidays.
Yeah.
Right? So that's 10 weeks of time to take off. And it's just, you don't have that much time off, and we are always so busy right now.
Right.
We just don't have all that time. But
Well, I think I'm gonna need to take some time off to move and probably some to work on the house. Well, probably towards the end, I'm probably gonna have to take a week off to finish up, and then I'm going to need to save some time towards the end of the year because we're probably going to need a vacation.
Tracy says she'll help me use it.
Oh, there you
Dee
go.
says she wish you loved her like you love Tracy. She's very sad, and Linda is jealous.
Yeah, but wait a second. You've got April.
That's
I've got
right.
Tracy.
I got the dues. Right.
Right. Yeah.
What company do you work for? I work for our financial services.
I work for a rebar company.
Oh, yeah. Maybe she was talking about you.
Me? Yeah. I work for a post-tension rebar company.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm their IT guy.
You are.
I'm the it guy.
You know what's interesting is you haven't had to travel. You used to have to travel quite a bit, and you haven't gone anywhere in over a year, I think. That's great.
Well, when I first took over that, all the equipment there, all the computers were old as dirt, and they were crashing all the time. And man, I've spent 10 years getting that thing in tip-top shape. And now it's kind of running on, I won't say cruise control completely, but if I have to build a computer, I just build it and ship it to them. I don't have to go down there anymore.
Ryan says it's time for you to go to Houston. Gary wants to know is rebar, is that the same as bar hopping?
Yes. That's when you go back to the bar.
Oh, man. Welcome back, Gary. Welcome back. We missed you. You're funny, funny, funny. My friend did that. She traveled a lot. Yep. It's a lot. And Deuce says Tracy's a little pissant. That's not very nice.
Wow.
She's your favorite.
There's inner fighting going on.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. All right. So is the game over yet? I'm curious to see. It's got to be getting close. 29
36.
seconds. I'm down by
Ooh.
2 points. I'm sorry, Tracy, but that's good for me.
Yeah, it's 60. It's 64 to
But
66.
so much can happen in 29 seconds. So much.
Yeah. Wow.
Right?
This overtakes our household whenever
March Madness
is going on. We've been watching. I think we were sitting out in the garage and the neighbors kept coming by and we're just like we're sitting out in the driveway staring
Staring
into
up.
the garage. And if you couldn't see the TVs, they'd just be like, "Wow, they really like their garage."
Yeah, it definitely looks like we're just admiring it. Of course, it is empty now, or somewhat empty. So that's kind of a nice thing to do here.
You missed it. Was it last weekend that I had you just giggling all over the place and Gary wasn't here? Gary says he misses your giggling.
Oh, yeah.
I think it was last weekend. Yeah, it was because I had my my leprechaun
You
hat
had your
on.
leprechaun outfit on. That's right. Come on, Baylor. 29 seconds, a lot can happen. Yeah,
My little leprechaun.
you
hat.
did. You looked quite well. We need you to start talking about teeth, Sherry says. No, we went to Talking Stick. Oh, they're talking about their gambling. I love Talking Stick. I want to take you there. I think you'll like it, baby. It's really a nice
Talking
casino.
Stick.
Yeah.
What?
We did go to a casino in New York.
Did you?
It was in Buffalo. It was Seneca River something. I don't remember the name of it. We went. I didn't hit anything. It was a horrible experience. But we did pass I passed the Turning Point Casino, and I passed the one with that Scott won his
Scott
17.
Nightingale's-
Yeah, his 17 grand at.
Didn't multiple people tell you that casino pays out really well?
They did when some of our vendors were like, hey, well, if you guys have time, you need to go to this casino, the Lago de Lueo or whatever it was called. I don't remember. They actually have loose slots there. So I
What?
am gonna, what?
They have what?
Loose slots.
Oh, that's not what I thought you said.
Did you think I said sluts?
Yeah, I
Were
was
you
like,
getting
let's
excited?
go. Let's go.
Yeah. April, you got this game. Is it over? Can I celebrate?
Well, 8 seconds left. It's 72 to 64.
So me and Pop Pop are the only people in our whole group, I believe, that chose Clemson to win this, right?
Really?
Yes, which is great because a lot of you had Baylor going pretty far.
Well, I've got the.
I was allowing for 23 seconds of foreplay. Jeez. Gary's definitely back. Love it. Pretty much, Tracy says. What do we got? Is it official?
Still 8 seconds.
Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm sorry, Tracy. I'm very excited, though, because we're 10 points apart. So this is gonna... This
Gonna put you ahead of her.
Well, for potential points,
For
yes.
potential, yeah.
For potential points, it will. My bracket was on fire yesterday. It was, Brian. It
Yeah, Brian was-
You and Brian both didn't lose any points, right? You didn't
Nope.
lose
I haven't lost any points since.
now.
Yeah, I think this is the first point.
Baylor sucks eggs. You tell him, kissy cat.
Final. Okay, so
Well, I was first for the weekend, Tracy says.
she's still in first.
Purdue's men's basketball team won 106. Yes, they did, Mr. Fulton. We were watching that, and I'm a little salty because I had Purdue, and then I went back and changed it to Marquette. And I'm really glad I changed it to Marquette. So I will be very upset if Purdue actually ends up winning this year because obviously last year they didn't help me out at all.
So I only lost 10. I only lost 20 max points from that, and so did Tracy. But you have taken it. You have taken the lead as far as potential points goes.
Linda, you have a great night too. Thank you for joining us.
See you tomorrow.
So I have potential points, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Nice.
You're in the lead for potential points.
That's awesome. Like overall?
Yeah. You're at 770 and Tracy is at 760.
Ooh, 1770 and
Yeah.
1760?
Yeah.
Okay. So we
And
just kind of
then-
swapped places just
And then
then.
Brian and Deanna is at 1740.
You didn't pick Kentucky? Nope. And then Kissy
good
Cat
thing.
says you didn't pick Kansas. Yes. Nope. I
Yep.
got Marquette for it. Kissy Cat, I wish you would have joined us. It's been a lot of fun so far. And Dews never went back in and filled out her
No.
bracket.
No.
We had 3 people that did that. That didn't.
Well, Gracie didn't fill hers out. She forgot. I actually called her right after tip off and she was like, "Oh, shoot." and Duge didn't get hers. I think she was wanting you to help her, but you were on the road getting beat up and stuff.
I was in the blizzard at the point in time.
Yeah.
Just trying to make
Yeah.
it there. Yeah. No thanks, Kissy Cat. Too nervous. All right, then. It's been fun, though. I've enjoyed it a lot, right?
Yeah.
I'm super excited that Clemson won because a lot of people had Baylor going pretty far. So
Yeah.
that's good. That's good news for me. Now I just need Marquette to keep it going.
Well, I only had them going one more, so it didn't kill me.
Yeah. Yep. So next week is Easter.
Yeah.
We are still going to be going live next Sunday.
Yeah.
At 6:30. So I hope you guys can join us. It is a holiday, so we certainly understand if you cannot.
Yeah, what we decided to do is we're going to celebrate it the weekend.
On the 7th.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just not ready. This is going to be a weird week for me.
Yeah.
With my dad's anniversary of passing, and it'll just be better for us to do it on the 7th because we have so much going on. Big game. Anyone watching the football game in an hour?
No, it's the football.
El fútbol.
Football.
El fútbol. Ball.
Okay, stop.
I can't say it.
I know.
Anyways.
And the faces you're making while you're trying to do it, please stop. Stop.
Is it that bad? I'm gonna have to go back. Are y'all ready for the eclipse? Yeah, let's talk about that. That's not this Monday, but next Monday.
Yeah, it's the Monday. Well, it's the 8th.
Yeah, it's gonna be the 8th, but most of us will be at work.
Yeah, I'll be at work.
Right.
I've got my glasses at work. Everybody's gonna be in the parking lots looking up.
I wonder where I'll be. Oh, I'll be home because it's in the afternoon, right? Like at 2 for us.
I think it starts at 1.
Okay, so I should be home
Yeah.
by then. Yeah, I'll be back.
Maybe I'll take half day and come home and we can stand in the front yard together.
We did that on the solar eclipse, or which one did we just have? That our neighbors brought the glasses down for.
Yeah, but I think it was some sort of a solar eclipse, but it wasn't like the full blown.
Yeah.
It was just like a half one or something. I don't
So
know.
you know what? You guys could take side bets right now on who's going to win March Madness. Tracy.
Oh.
Dude's just saying Tracy's going to win. Did you see Wynn is trying to sue over Fountain Blue poaching employees? I did
Yes.
hear about that, Kissy Cat. I did. I'm going to read about that this week. I find that very interesting. And I
But
don't
I've
think
heard
the
a bunch of Fountain Blue people have already left.
Yeah, and it's not, I mean, they've had executives, people
Yeah.
leave, right? And it's not really going very well. Like every time I see people posting videos, it's always empty on the casino floor.
That and the food is
Oh, yeah.
overpriced, and everything I've heard. Now personally, we haven't eaten there yet, but everything everybody said is the quality isn't as great, especially for the prices that they're charging. So, in their higher end stuff, you get what you pay for. Well, apparently not there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they said he's got no case.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, here in Texas, it's a right to work state.
Yeah.
You don't have to do anything. You just go work somewhere else. But, how can? Sorry for your luck, but if somebody offers me more money and it's a better opportunity, how can you fault me for doing that? What's funny?
So Tracy doesn't get the points thing, but that's okay, Tracy, because you're still winning. Brian's trying to do some side bets here. Tracy, don't sweat the small stuff. Gary says tonight is supposed to be a full moon. However, he always gets arrested when he does that.
Oh, yes. Yes.
When they lose at resorts, they run to Fountain Blue. I bet they do, since it's right over.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Fulton, you hurt yourself. He says, I twisted my right foot,
Oh,
and it's a sprain. Oh, well, you better get that healed up so you can do that karaoke knockout in Los Angeles.
yeah.
Speedy
He's a big time athlete.
Yes, speedy
you're
recovery.
Probably going to get hurt a little bit.
Well, they were the softball world champions, remember? Brian, not a chance. April is awesome. Yeah, that's right. Don't count me out.
Yeah.
Don't count me. Gel food isn't too bad.
Depends on where you are, I suppose.
I could do the gel food if I would have punched that lady in the face.
I remember when I was growing up, I mean, I guess I could call them buddies, but they went to jail for stealing bread. And
Somebody put them in jail for stealing bread?
here's what happened. We were all out. I was tired and I went home. Thank God, because they went by a grocery store and the Mrs. Baird's or Wonder Bread or somebody was delivering the bread at like 5 a.m. on the rear dock, and they went up and stole all the bread.
Okay, multiple.
Oh, no, yeah. The whole trunk was full of bread. The whole back seat was full of bread. There was a guy sitting in the back seat with his arms up like this on loaves of bread, and they were going through town throwing bread into people's yards. They were like,
So they got caught.
oh, yeah,
Obviously.
they got busted. But anyways, so this is how I know. They said that for breakfast they would get some used Big Macs and or no, that was lunch. They got used Big Macs, and I think they got like some used Egg McMuffins for breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are these the same friends that went around the grocery aisle and poked holes in the 2-liter bottles?
No, that was Chris Blease.
Oh, okay.
He had one of those tent
Who
knives.
are you? Who did you hang out with?
Yeah.
You were a hoodlum.
But I never got in trouble because I always went home right
You
whenever the
got in
trouble was
trouble.
getting.
You bought cigarettes or something and got in trouble.
That's not stealing bread. I didn't go to jail for like a month for stealing bread.
White rich kids never go to jail.
Yeah.
Kissy cat calling you a white rich kid?
I was not a white rich
No,
kid,
they're
but I
going
was.
back and forth about other things.
I was white.
Used. Tracy needs to know about this used food. That's just gross.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
absolutely disgusting, right?
Yeah.
Like puke. Yeah, I agree with you, Tracy. That's disgusting.
But I didn't go to jail for stealing any bread. And it was Brent called his mom and was like, because somebody stole his food in jail. He was like,
The
Mom,
irony of that.
you need to come get me. Some big guy stole my food. And she goes, eat some of that bread you stole, and hung up on him. Yeah. They were like in there for a long time.
Dude says you're a thug, but she loves you.
I couldn't even imagine what my dad would have done if
Mike's
I would
gangster.
if I would have gone to jail for stealing bread. He would have killed me.
Oh, I bet. I could see that.
Oh, he would have killed me.
He would have definitely killed you.
Yeah. Oh, they were also the guy.
Oh, no.
They were also the guys. I was in on this one. I was with Jeff Kaczynski, and he was like, "Are you hungry?" And it's like 3 a.m. I'm like, "Yeah, I'm hungry." He goes, "Come on, I know where we can get some food." And we sat at this convenience store and we waited, and all of a sudden he takes off running, and he comes back with a box of donuts. I'm like, "Where the hell did you get donuts at 3:30 a.m?" And he starts following this van. And this van would pull up in front of a convenience store and drop off donuts. And he was picking up the donuts. He was probably the one he was in on the bread thing too. But
So they were delivering them for the convenience
yeah,
stores to
before they
sell,
opened, yeah.
And so he was stealing them,
Yeah.
so they couldn't sell them.
Oh yeah, I must have ate like
That's
40
terrible,
donuts
baby.
that night. Yeah, I didn't steal them. I just ate them. I just partaked in them.
Brian
I
misses your
partook.
daily coffee time stories.
Brian has heard a lot of stories.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet. We miss Brian.
Brian has heard a lot of stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell a lot of these stories on here, but
You're the Tony Soprano of the group.
no jail time. Yeah. No, I never did jail. The only time I ever got thrown in jail, and I'll say it, my ex was a dumbass, and she got thrown in jail one time, and I went to bail her out, and apparently I had a warrant because she said she paid the ticket. It was just a ticket, and she didn't pay the ticket. And so whenever I went up there, they asked to see my license, my ID, and I didn't think anything of it. And next thing I know, they were like, well, she's out, but you're going in. And I had to sit there for... And it was funny because we like passed each other in the hall, and she's freaking out and yelling and screaming. I'm like, dude, you're out. I'm going to have to stay here. Shut up. And yeah, I had to stay in jail
That doesn't
for...
go on your record, though, does it?
No, it was nothing. It was just
Okay.
a warrant for not paying a ticket. And but I had used every dime we had to bail her out. And she's like, what are you going to do? I go, I guess I'm going to sit here for a while. And she went and found my buddy Alan. She went over to Alan's house, and he gave her the money to get me out.
Oh, good old Alan, right?
Yeah. Matter of fact, I still think I owe him for that.
Gary says, wait, he didn't ex-wife's lie? When did that start?
Yeah. Yeah. No kidding.
Kissy cat. I went to jail for working on a Mexican sheriff's campaign. He won. Paul was the sergeant, and I was out in 10 minutes.
There you go. There you go.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I sat there.
Show us your prison tattoo.
I got no prison tattoo. Luckily, it was on a night. I think it was probably like on a Tuesday night or something, and there was nobody there. There was nobody in the whole jail. I was like,
That's too
I was
funny.
sweating. I was sweating it.
Well, could you see me in jail? I'd get beat up every
Oh
day.
no, yeah, you wouldn't last.
I would not last. I'd be like, wait, who?
Yeah, yeah, I'd have to come get you
Apparently,
immediately.
so the girl on the airplane knew that as well, right?
Yeah, she was like, I can take her.
I got
She-
this.
She looks like a sissy.
Yeah, pretty much. That's how that went. Oh, that's funny. Funny.
All right, dude, you ready?
Yeah, I am ready. Thank you guys for letting me vent about being assaulted on the airplane. It was awesome. Not really. It sucked, but
Yeah, I've got the teardrop.
yeah, I think I handled it quite well.
No, you did good.
And she's no longer allowed to fly, so there you go.
Yeah, well, she's screwed. You know, I really, I don't want you getting beat up or nothing, but you know, I also, I like who you are. I don't want
think
you to
that
be
the-
the tough guy. I've dated the tough guy, and I'd much rather have you.
Aw,
Not tough guy, but the tough girl.
well, I appreciate that. Yeah, I think the difference is for most people is business trip versus personal trip, right? For me, either way, I don't think I would have done anything,
No.
but I do think a lot of people would have done what I did because it was a business trip. So
Right.
I think.
No, you did the right thing.
Yeah.
And Gary, it was good having you back.
It was so great to have you on. And Mr. Fulton, we hope that you
Stick to girls. I made a faux pas.
That's a football. Mr. Fulton, we hope your ankle gets to feeling better,
Yeah.
right? And we will continue to vote for you. I haven't seen if Pop made it in his
Oh, yeah, I know.
next grid.
God, we've been so busy.
I know we have, but I've been voting every day, logging on and doing it. You could have slammed her in the face with a Mike and April mug. Get it? Mug shot.
That's it. That's it.
I need to start traveling with one of those. And
You do.
Smack them upside the head, right? All right. So everybody, everybody, thank you for coming in. We will be live 6:30 next Sunday. Happy Easter if you're not able to join us.
Yeah.
Thank you very Magic Mike. Goodness gracious. Yes, Gary, you need to stay well and try not to miss any more because we definitely enjoy having you in our
Yeah.
in our stream. So, all right, guys, everybody have a great week. Good
Yeah.
luck to everybody in March Madness.
Oh, yeah. Good luck, Tracy.
Yes, definitely. And your thanks for the laughs. You're very welcome, Gary. Everybody have a good week, and we will see you
See
next
you
Sunday.
next Sunday. Bye. Have a good week, guys.
Bye.